Did you know that for this show, Sandrine Holt was set to replace Ayelet Zurer as Vanessa Fisk during the initial version of Born Again? However, fan criticism over the recasting and the show's creative overhaul led to Zurer returning to the role. So I watched the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again as fast as I could, and I'm really looking forward to this show. I just have to say hats off to Disney for keeping it as brutal, if not a little more brutal than the Netflix version of Daredevil. It's been a long time since we've seen Daredevil return. Great to have Matt Murdock back. It's great to have Foggy and Karen back. The whole gang's back together. Wilson Fisk is back. I mean, it's just like a reunion, right? This show takes place right after what happened in season 3 of Daredevil. So I like that they're staying true to the story and they're keeping it consistent and congruent. The biggest thing really right now is in the first 2 episodes is that Wilson Fisk is going for mayor, becomes mayor, and honestly, he's actually really good as mayor. He's very convincing, but he's also very good at getting things done, doing what he says he's going to do. So as much as you're not really supposed to like Wilson Fisk, I do have to say I think he's a natural when it comes to the world of politics and the world of being a mayor. But of course, I'm just waiting for him to snap. I'm waiting for something to set him off because everybody knows this is an act. Like, he may be good at it, but he's biding his time for something else. Matt, Foggy, and Karen, having them back, but the crazy decision that was made early on, within 5 minutes of the opening episode, to the character of Foggy. Didn't see that coming. Honestly, I think as hard as it was to see that scene, it really does go to further the plot, further the story, really adds more emotion and more depth to the show because it's a kind of a higher stakes now. It's more impactful now because of what happened to Foggy. But then Karen, we didn't get to see her for very much screen time. I hope she comes back in the later episodes. The tone feels just like the Netflix show. Very gritty, very dark, lots of great lighting, crazy fight scenes, especially between Bullseye and Daredevil. They're not holding back. When I say they're not pulling their punches, they're really not pulling their punches. Bone-breaking, just crazy, just brutal fight scenes, just like what we wanted. Like, Disney is giving the fans what they want in terms of the grittiness and the brutality, because that was one of the biggest fears I had, and one of the biggest fears a lot of people had, was that this show would be dialed back, because Disney doesn't have the greatest track record for, making things more adult. But also on top of the gritty tone of these first couple episodes, the tone is also pretty emotional, just very somber. But just seeing Matt kind of take a step back from vigilantism and kind of the toll it's taking on him, and he's going to therapy. Just seeing Matt and Wilson in a very different mind space, very different demeanors. Honestly, they're very calm compared to how they usually are, but I know they're both like dealing with their own stuff. Wilson with Vanessa and Matt with Foggy and just kind of his future, and if he wants to go back into vigilantism or not. I just really like the overall feel of these first 2 episodes. It just gets something really going. Just a nice base, a nice starting line, nice starting base for the rest of the episodes. I like the characters. The new characters that we got introduced to as well. Heather's pretty great, BB's great, White Tiger. Enjoying those characters, can't wait to see what happens with them. I know we're still waiting for Frank, we're still waiting for Muse. Not sure if there's any other characters we're going to be expecting in this show, but I'm very excited to see what happens. I don't have a whole lot of theories right now, or hopes, but a theory of my own, and also a theory that a lot of people have had, is Wilson actually might team up with the Punisher and Daredevil to go against Muse. So that'd be cool to see. But I also heard a rumor that at the end of this show, Wilson is going to take that serum to grow super big, kind of just like how we see him in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse and him in the comics. But that'd be really cool to see. I'm not sure what else. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get any other Marvel characters showing up in this show or not. I know a couple of them were referenced, but I don't know. I like how this show has been kept pretty well under wraps, so nothing's been spoiled, no super big surprises, but I think it's really just going to focus on that gritty angle, that just the phenomenal performances. Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, and we got there's so many others coming in too. So I'm very, very excited for these remaining episodes. I think this show is going to do really, really well. It's tracking really well. People are loving it. I'm loving it, so it has not disappointed me. I hope it keeps that momentum going. So for the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10 Mudflaps. And remember, leave me a thumbs up and drop in the comments below. What are your hopes for this show? See you soon.